going on, everybody? So, thought I'd hop on here, do a little video on my way to work. And the topic that kind of popped in my head this morning was discipline, and it's in regards to I'm gonna do a little water fast today. I can do fasting till the afternoon or evening quite easily. Generally, it's just in the afternoons that it gets tough, but I've done a lot of water fasts that last over 24 hours, and they are doable. So I got my water, got some electrolyte powder I put in there. So that's the goal though for today. And I really, fasting, what I've realized, so the Bible talks about fasting, and when I was younger, I wasn't taught really anything about it, but it is a discipline thing. And recently I ran a marathon, and you want to build discipline, run a marathon, because you're going to be running for me, it was 5 hours and 21 minutes, so, which I was able to run 5 hours, and that's a mental battle. I mean, you're developing more mental toughness and discipline, right? Water fasting, same thing, because after a while you want to eat, and you don't have to eat though. I mean, you can survive without food for a while as long as you've got water. So one thing though that fasting will do is that it's going to help you break habits, and that's one reason why I want to start doing more longer fasting. We'll see if I may end up doing 3 days of water. We'll see. I know I need to do longer than just a day. It's kind of been on me to do that, but it helps you break habits. And the reason it's interesting, the Bible talks a lot about discipline and the importance of discipline in your life. And you've really got to be honest with yourself and look at your life and examine the areas that you're not disciplined. So I barely drink any alcohol anymore. When I was younger, I drank quite a bit, and I used to dip tobacco, and I quit that a long time ago. I'll have it, that and alcohol I'll have occasionally, but very, very rarely. It's not an addiction anymore to me. I like to say that anything that you can't do for, stop doing for about a month, you're addicted to it. Maybe your addiction is mild versus some people that are, like heavily addicted. But regardless, you have to be honest with yourself and look at ways that, you've got habits, any sort of habit that's detrimental to your health, your spirit, you've got to break. So the two areas that I really kind of want to focus on are my eating and my sleep. So I know it's kind of strange, but I haven't slept. In my opinion, people should sleep 7-8 hours a night and should try to do it on a consistent schedule every night. And I mean, I really honestly think it's been since I was probably 13, 14 years old. I haven't done that. So I want to focus on getting to bed, before 10 o'clock every night, asleep. And the other thing is just to get my eating under control to where I'm not overeating or eating bad food. And a big thing that helps with that, ironically, is if you go to bed earlier, you don't eat late. And I have in the past, a long time ago, one time I didn't eat like anything after like 5:30 every night. And it helped. It really did help a lot. It seems like when you eat late, it's like you eat and then you go to sleep and your body just stores it. It's like it doesn't burn anything, so you just feel full and like crap in the morning. So those are just two areas that I'm kind of trying to get disciplined in, and I want to kind of use fasting to work on that. So that was really all I just want to talk about. Maybe you've never thought about fasting. I've done juice fasts before, and all of it it's good for your body. Your body's kind of cleaning out all the crap, but it's also a discipline thing of, hey, I want to eat, but I'm not going to, because I've made the decision to not eat for maybe a day, maybe 2 days, maybe 3 days, whatever it may be. But anytime you make good choices to discipline yourself, to deny your flesh, which ironically the Bible talks about as well, it's going to make you stronger. It's going to make you, it's going to make you stronger, and it's going to make you better. Okay, and that's the cool thing about any sort of activity you do that you are disciplined in, that you're consistent in. And fasting is one of those ways, and it is cool the Bible talks about it, and it can be a spiritual thing as well. Okay, it can. I've seen. There's one guy I follow on YouTube that he literally had like his panic attacks stop because he water fasted. It was like all his emotions of whatever he'd gone through in his life came out. I mean, it's really interesting how the body works and the mind and everything, but you can heal yourself no matter what it is. And most people, I really do believe, carry stuff around, and their way to cope with it, by the way, is all the undisciplined choices that we do. And that's, as I finished this video up, I was walking through the neighborhood last night and I could smell marijuana. Like, I was just glad I didn't live close to whoever this was, because it like stunk the whole neighborhood up. And here's the thing, like, instead of smoking marijuana, why don't you try eating super healthy, don't eat junk food, go for a walk every day, and go to bed at 9:30 every night for 1 month, and let's see if that's going to be more beneficial for you, or smoking weed at night to deal with whatever you're dealing with. Okay. The common vices today obviously are food. People are overeating, too many calories, bad food, junk food, compulsive spending, like females like to shop, and they just blow money. They have millions of pairs of shoes. They go into debt, credit card debt, all that kind of stuff. Cigarettes, alcohol, any kind of drug, right? Hypersexualization, pornography, sleep, overconsumption of technology, right? But on the sleep, like poor sleep patterns, just staying up, not getting a good sleep schedule. Anything that's detrimental to you, you do it in the short term and you get like a little dopamine hit, I guess. But then afterwards, you're just like, well, this didn't, it's not sustainable, right? It's like the only ways to try to do more, and you do more and more and more, and it doesn't sustain you. I dipped. I used to dip for a while, and admittedly, I enjoyed it. But like when you have your first few dips, you get a big high, and then after you dip for a while, you don't get as much of a high like you did at the beginning. Okay, and you just get addicted to it, but it just doesn't do the same thing like at the beginning. So that's why this concept of discipline, and try using a fast, try fasting. I would encourage to do like a water fast or juice fast around maybe trying to avoid an activity or trying to break. I think there's a spiritual element to it. I mean, I believe in God and the Bible, and I would say, hey, do some fasting and do some prayer while you're fasting, morning, evening, whenever. But morning and evening is always good. And to try and just get you on the right path in your life. If there's stuff you got to fix, I think that would be a good way to start to tackle it. You don't have to go see somebody. You don't go get on a dang medication. I mean, now you're just switching one thing for another, right? Like, deal with your issues. Get them out of you. You can work through stuff. You can. Sometimes it's going to take a while. It's going to take work, but you can. I have. Maybe I'll talk more about that coming up. So anyways, I hope everyone's having a good day. God bless, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.